and argued she'd taken her own life. He said he panicked, concealed her body, and lied to police because he feared losing custody of their daughter. For prosecutors, however, this became a part of what looked like a layering of deception. First, Henry's claim was that Cassandra had gone on vacation and later staged a suicide account, but they argued that did not square up with the evidence. They pointed to his refusal to call for help or notify authorities, and they also had Julian Measure testify during his trial that Henry admitted to strangling Cassandra while she was holding their infant daughter because Cassandra was trying to leave that relationship. While he was strangling Cassandra, the baby slipped from her arms. A jury rejected Henry's account and convicted him of second-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison. Now, on those federal charges, he had a separate trial, and he was given an additional 20 years in prison. Because Julian Measure did testify, he was given a plea agreement, and he was sentenced to 15 years of probation with a condition that he serve 2 years in the county jail. There is a selfishness in this case that is hard to look away from. Not only is it the violence, but it's the thinking beneath it. Because if prosecutors are right, a woman trying to leave while holding her child was not met with grief or pleading. It was met with force. And there is something deeply revealing about that because it suggests less love threatened than control threatened. And those are not the same thing. I also keep thinking about Cassandra's beautiful daughter, present in the middle of rupture. She was too young to understand, yet she's forever tied to it. She was not incidental to what happened. She was at the center of it. And then there's Henry's own framing of events. Because you remember I told you they confronted Henry when they discovered Cassandra's body, hoping that he would find some humanity within himself and confess. But instead, he centered himself. He kept talking about what he lost, his business, his money, his child, his home. And maybe that's what this case exposes, how selfishness can reveal itself not only in violence, but in who remains centered even afterward. And maybe the quiet lesson in Cassandra's story is this: control can wear the language of love, but they are not the same thing. If this case stood out to you, tell me what stuck with you the most. Was it the vacation explanation, Julian's role in the whole catastrophe, or the discovery at the bee farm? I'd love to hear your thoughts respectfully in the comments. And if you enjoyed this case, consider joining me here every Wednesday for Storytime with Steph. And if you enjoy my storytelling and want a deeper dive,